Wah, 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 wah.
Splash.
Yeah, there you go. Nate and Beth returning, coming your way, continuing our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series, in this case, Season 1, Episode 25.
What a mother wouldn't do.
So, yeah, I
I
don't
was
think this
wrong.
this was as bad as Badge of Honor or Pipe Dream, but it was kind of depressing
It was
at
sad.
the same time. If you know my thoughts on Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, you know I'm not a big fan of. To me, the scariest thing in the world is the idea of pregnancy and a baby coming into this shithole world. So this is an episode which revolves around a baby, and I don't know. A lot of details. This cursed item is.
A cradle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think I had a thought about what this is about, and Beth thought what?
Something a mother would wear, like a apron or a necklace or something pertaining to what a mother would wear. But I was completely wrong.
I don't think I had a
You didn't.
clue, but would you like to share what this? Well, I guess I can. How does the?
Okay, I think I should take
Yeah,
over.
I think you're right.
So the episode starts, it kind of goes back and forth between when Lewis, the original shopkeeper, owned it and then to the present, like about 6 to 8 months later. So in the beginning of the episode, parents are in the doctor's office and the doctor's telling the mother-to-be that in order to save the mother's life, she has to abort the child, which was really sad. And the mom's like, oh, I'm not going to do it. And she leaves the doctor's office. She's like, I'm not going to kill my baby. She winds up in front of the original antique store name. I can't remember.
Lewis's Bag of Goodies. That's not it, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
can't remember the
before its
original name.
Curious Goods.
And she sees a cradle in the window, and she can't afford it. There's something on here.
There's something on the blanket, folks. I think we can deal with it after the review.
So she ends up going into the shop, and Lewis brings her in. There's a way of everything works out. So a few months go by, and she gets the cradle as I guess a baby shower gift. So everyone chipped in and bought the cradle. And you cut over, and Mom's sitting at the park reading a book with a stroller.
Does this say 6 months later?
It does say 6 months
Okay,
later.
so 6 months later, cut
Mom,
to what Beth says.
yeah, Mom's sitting at the park with the
Reading
stroller.
Rosemary's Baby on the bench.
And here comes this jogger getting ready to go jogging. I'm thinking the jogger's going to take the baby.
Yeah, the
oh,
way we
great.
see him like tie the shoes, put on the gloves, we're like, it seems like the jogger's gonna be the
Getting ready to steal the
robber
baby.
or something.
But the jogger jogs past the mom on the bench, and she kicks the stroller into, she's by a pond, and she's like, oh, my baby, my baby. And the jogger runs to catch the carriage. The carriage is already in the water, and the jogger flips open the carriage, and there's nothing in it. And all of a sudden, you see another figure from the bushes hit the jogger on the back of the head, and he drowns.
But the figure is the dad, right?
Yeah, the figure is the dad that comes out of the bush. It's a tag team effort,
So
and it's the fourth kill
of
7.
of them, but
Yeah.
the first kill of
First
the episode.
kill of the
So
episode.
that's not confusing at all. So do you want to
Yeah.
describe what the whole premise is and this what's going on here and what the cursed item is and
So the cursed item is a cradle, and
Wooden-
a wooden cradle, probably painted black at one point in time. Apparently, this is the same cradle from a woman on the Titanic, and she hands the baby to a boat with 7 people in it, and the boat people take the baby and then they put the baby back in the water. The boat instantly sinks, killing all 7 people, and the baby is fine. So as long as 7 people die, the baby's fine. So
So I guess this woman had her baby that she wasn't recommended to have, somehow miraculously lived herself, but they had a baby with what, a crappy heart condition?
yeah,
So they end up with this cradle, which if they put their baby in, it like just never comes out. They
never
kill
leaves the cradle.
7 people, sacrifice 7 people, I guess because that's the many amount of people that died on the lifeboat on the Titanic, then the baby will be cured. It's just kind of a really convoluted, goofy-ass cursed item.
Right.
So there's a total of 4 kills, I guess, in this episode. The next one is them. And another thing is the people have to die in water.
They have to die in water.
So that was easy for the pond kill. The next one's kind of funny. They're like, "Oh, who can we kill?" It's like the babies. I think the cradle.
4 a.m. and
the cradle rocks,
rocks.
like, and the baby starts crying when when it wants a sacrifice. So they call the superintendent at 4 in the morning, get him over and clunk him over the head, and the guy's like, "Well, he's got to die in water," and it's so funny. They put his head in the toilet.
So then they have to bring the super down to the pool
Drowned
to make it
him
look
in the
like
toilet. Put him in the pool, make it look like he
drowned in the pool.
in the pool. That's the second kill. I don't even remember the third one. Did I even put a battery for Mom? Maybe
No.
there might be 5 total deaths. 4 kills, 5 deaths, and a partridge in a.
Anyway, it's pretty confusing.
It's kind of a convoluted, depressing, confusing, not
Yeah.
amazing.
And then Mickey tries to
episode.
take the baby out of the cradle. The cradle rocks all by itself, just crazy, and the baby's
And so she just kind of throws the baby back in the cradle.
Well, the baby's like dying, so it can't
Yeah,
breathe.
well, lucky it.
So yeah, she does end up throwing the baby back in the cradle. Within the cradle, still rocking. So, and the mom thinks she's killed the other 2 people, which would be the babysitter and.
Well, we didn't even
Well,
talk about the
the
babysitter,
babysitter was
and
an
that the fact
attempted
that they
kill.
tried to kill the babysitter when she was in the tub, and a scene that kind of really pushed the risquety of female nudity on TV. Beth thinks she's in a flesh-colored bodysuit, but
yeah.
it looked like skin to me. I don't know, but anyway. And there's a botched attempt where Daddy tries going and killing the babysitter in the tub. She's already in the tub, so very convenient.
Very convenient. She's already in the
That
water.
doesn't work. And then Mickey and Ryan take the babysitter. Luckily, well, we should mention that Jack luckily is in this episode, which is nice.
Right.
Take her to the Curious Goods to live there, and she ends up.
Overhearing the conversation about the curse.
So she wants to meet him somewhere private with the mom and.
Oh, the babysitter wants the baby, by the way.
Oh yeah, the babysitter wants the baby and wants to meet the mom, make a deal. Mom thinks she kills the babysitter.
And Ryan for 6 and
Ryan,
7.
but of course Ryan doesn't die. We think the babysitter might. Turns out she doesn't. Oh my God.
Yeah, so here's where we're kind of replaying
Screen
the baby
saving the
screaming
TV. Yeah, if you like the sound of a baby screaming, crying its ass off, you'll love this episode.
But so I don't even know where we are anymore.
Well, pretty much to the end of
Mom meets the
it's
babysitter
really
at this pier.
Crystal Lake. It was a really cool kind of a.
It's a pier. It's not Crystal
I was
Lake. It's
hoping
just a
it was
pier on
Crystal
water.
Lake. Yeah, but the buildings look like cabinish kind of boathouse buildings. This babysitter, I think I've seen in something else before. She's got one of those faces that's recognizable, but.
So we think the babysitter and Ryan get killed. We know Ryan doesn't get killed because Ryan shows up at the apartment
Because
complex.
Ryan's in season 2 also.
Yeah. So Ryan shows up back at the apartment, and then Mom's like, "I killed you. Why are you still here? You're supposed to be number 7." And all the while she's driving home, you'll go to prom, you'll meet all these things, and she's saying, "My
obsessed
job
psycho
is
mom.
done." And because they had until like 4:20 a.m. on the anniversary of the Titanic sinking to
2:20.
fulfill the curse.
2:20.
I don't know. Sometime in the morning. Is it 2:20?
It's 2:20 because I remember
22?
22
Ha.
like the year we're in.
Okay, so that's another fun thing.
That's another master number.
So the 7 people had to be killed in water before a specific time, and Mom's coming home thinking she got 6 and 7, like 2 birds in one puddle of water. Ryan comes home, and Dad's like, "Oh, this is wrong," and Mom's like, "You're not gonna kill my baby." And so mom ends up shooting dad.
And a bunch of squibs. It was really crazy for TV.
Yeah,
It seemed like
crazy.
3 or 4 blood squibs on the guy, and we don't see what happens to him until later.
And then, mom's like, okay,
She
so
realized that since
she
Ryan's
thinks the babysitter is 6.
And-
So she's trying to make sure she gets at least one more. So she's forcing Jack and Mickey over the edge to like fall off into the pool, make it look
of
like
the
a
apartment
suicide.
ledge
And Dad, we don't know what happened to Dad.
until
And Mom's
he got
like
shot.
repeating in her head that things have a way of working out, and she's like, "Oh, I'll do anything for my baby." And she's realizing that at least one person didn't die. She thinks the
She's
baby.
short one person.
She's thinking the babysitter's dead, and so she jumps into the pool, killing herself. And then the cradle calms down, and all the commotion, the baby disappears. We don't know what happens.
And we can't forget the one shot of the guy she shot, the
Oh, the
dad,
dad.
who's like, it's a really, they really just throw it in there, and you really have to be paying attention and understand it. But he's dead and sitting underneath the fish tank with a broken fish tank, and he's all wet, which means the water got on him when he died. So technically, at this point, we don't even know if the babysitter is dead. A few moments later, we
So
find
we're
out
thinking Dad's number
8.
8.
But
It's like, bonus kills.
He's actually 7 because the babysitter is alive and took the baby. And it's just like, oh my God, talk about confusing towards the end. But
Being a mom myself, I can understand why.
killing 7 people for your baby, okay, I think I'll.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I can understand why the story was written, but I think it was kind of a twisted curse, and it was more like, I don't know, grabbing the straw for an idea.
clutching at straws.
Clutching at straws for an idea.
Yeah, season 1's coming close to an end. Maybe they're running out of ideas. Who the hell knows? Arguably, these last few haven't been
But I can't.
amazing.
Yeah, so thumbs for me was it not quite down? How do you say it? Between 7 and 8?
Oh, you're gonna do
Yeah.
1/4 thumb?
And 1/4 thumb. It didn't really thrill me.
I hear you. I'm gonna go as high as 2/4 thumb, so it's like 9 o'clock. Just because, even though it was convoluted, Beth's surprised because I try to just forget about the baby shit in it, and yeah, even though it was convoluted, it was kind of creative and kind of funny. I enjoyed the goofiness of
He
killing
enjoyed
the
the
guy,
babysitter in the tub almost throwing her body.
and also the killing the guy in the toilet. So
But the next
I wouldn't
one-
recommend what a mother wouldn't do. Looks like the next one will be the last episode of season 1.
But there's a special feature.
That's not an episode though.
Oh, okay.
So next one will be Bottle of Dreams. I'm gonna say it's a cursed bottle. What about you?
It's gotta be a cursed bottle.
The last episode of season 1, Bottle of Dreams. What can it possibly be?
Genie in a bottle. I don't know.
Guess we will find out, and we will be sure to do our best to come at you with the review of it. And then at that point, we'll have reviewed every episode of season 1 of Friday the 13th.
The series.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, thanks for listening, kids.
Thanks, kids.